Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome back. Specifically. Welcome back specifically. We're doing more Tavern talk. Because I enjoy it. Actually, hang on a minute. I need to... That's... That opened to the wrong tab. I did not think that was the tab. There we go. Okay. What was I making? Okay, good. I'm glad. Hang on. The message log. Where's the... Oh god, we have so many of these notes. I was making drinks for Alphonse Louis Frédéric Duquette de Sang. I believe that's who I was making a drink for. Rhea, I've already made a drink for. She seemed very happy. Oh, we have the additional arcanas. I don't know what the Fool and the World do, though. Not a fan of meaningless copy-paste NPC talk. Good to know. Good to know. You got your dinner just in time? Thurgar, I have to say, I really love your Twitch subscription message. Let me read it aloud for you. For everyone to hear. I hate you, Twitch. I hate you, Twitch. I hate you, Twitch. I hate you, Twitch. Why won't you work like you're supposed to? I hate you so much. Nothing's going to stop me from subscribing to my favorite streamer, Triumph. Just 10 out of 10. You always write the best messages. Yeah. You tell that Twitch how annoying it is to subscribe to your favorite streamers. It breaks like every month. I'm so sorry to hear that. Also, hi Poi. All right, Poi. You're my tarot deck. We have additional arcanas for the Fool and the World. Oh wow, you're already ahead of me. The World represents new beginnings, having faith in the future, being inexperienced and not knowing what to expect, having beginner's luck, improvisation, and believing in the universe. I see. I don't know how that applies to her character yet. And I mean, the Fool seems pretty obvious, all things considered. All right, so we needed a shield brew. So let's at least have a look-see at our brews. That's not, this is it. So we're probably gonna make a Frosted Lagoon, because that's the best. So we'll do that. And hopefully, yeah, need to learn more about her, definitely. Considering she's like inexperienced, but she seems to be the experienced one of the group. I don't know. Just gonna make some brewskis. And also here, little guy, you get some brewskis too. This one, a little bit of that in there. Oh, hang on. Hang on. I forgot to do that. You have to re-enable it each time. Where do I go for that? Hang on. I have to go settings. Twitch. Authenticate me. That work? Wait, no. It should already be authenticated. I just need to connect. Oh, fuck. Hang on. I may have screwed it up. Oh, no. I think I've screwed it all up. Hang on. Let me... No? Okay. Hang on. Let me disconnect. And then authenticate. Reconnect. Authorize. That should be good. They're authenticated. Connect. Boom. Done. Nailed it. Okay. Pet Andu should now be enabled. There we go. There we go. Good old Pet Andu. We're back, baby. It's time for me to remember all of the there you go. All of the voices that I gave everyone. Of which there were few. Some liquid stamina for a valued guest. Let me try. You got it right again. I don't know why they have the same voice. I like the idea that Rhea has the exact same voice. I might even last till dayfall with this. Kyle, would you like to order another drink as well? No, I cannot drink now that I am consumed with the thoughts of my love's betrayal. Oh, it ails me so. Everything ails you. The whole way here you were complaining about having to walk. My bat form doesn't work like it used to. I'm out of practice and the slime weighs heavily on my shoulders. And my back is all itchy. And my feet hurt. Ah, by the dragons. Could it be you insisted on sunbathing? Oh. Oh, right. Innkeeper! Do you have a drink to protect me from the sun? Perchance something that would also moisturize my delicate skin. I'm afraid not. I don't serve many vampires, and I don't have anything that would provide SPF moisturization capabilities. Oh. That reminds me, my Aunt Mathilda used to harness the power of a chimera's saliva for sun protection. Chimera? A thing, made out of several animals. Got 3 heads in all. Made by the dragons to guard Gaia. Likes to eat people for breakfast. I'm aware. I just didn't know its saliva could be so useful. Ah. If only I hadn't eaten that delectable bear chimera in the Scarlet Caves. I could have asked for a sample of its saliva. I'm sure that would have gone over well. Actually, I might know where to find one. Really? Will you get it for me then? No. Oh. He's so sad. Poor Kyle. Why are you looking at me like that? Miss Frostgrip, dearest Rhea, perhaps we can alter our deal? Oh, nay, forget it. I ain't going. With nothing on me but a shovel and ooze goop, I'd be no match for such a beast. No problem. I can make it another quest for my trusted boy. And when will it be done? Ah, there we go. Character information unlocked about Kyle. What do we get? I don't. Maybe the background? Iridu? Where's that? Where's Iridu? Vagrant, Ashen Grove. I don't know where Iridu is. Tell me, when, when can I walk amongst the mortals in the glistening sunlight once more? As soon as a fearless adventurer picks it up and succeeds. Especially that part. Can I add more? How do I add more? I have so many notes. Splendid! Did you hear that? A quest just for me. Let's leave it at 2. Say, Innkeep, while we wait for someone to do his work for him, do you perhaps have a room or two? Possibly a room without sunlight? Wouldn't want Snow White to go up in flames over here. Sure thing. I got a couple of barred up rooms. You can stay there. We get to house sit. Like, we get to actually innkeep. How much? You pay when you leave. Grand. Seems like they gave you more personality than usual. Keep it up. I hope this is more lively than graveyard keeping. Thank you. Enjoy your stay. Person who thinks of me as not a person. How dare you? You too, tasty creature. New quest, new quest. All right. Oh yeah. To get a cape. Let's see here. Let's see. A wyvern chimera resides in Quag Mangrove. No, that's not it. That's a banshee in a lonesome lagoon. Be wary of invisible threats. According to Amaranthine Hydra, a chimera's hatred for mice is a universal truth. Maybe it just rhymed with ice. Who can say? One thing that stands a chance against the grueling curse of the sun is chimera saliva, apparently. Here we go. Until sunrise. I like my autograph. It looks like an M. Looks like Imkeep. Deep in the Quag Mangrove resides a wyvern chimera. Its scales and claws are a valuable treasure to any alchemist. Its saliva even more so. As it happens, a certain vampire may be able to use the rare saliva to produce a sunscreen so effective that even he could walk in broad daylight. Is there any adventurer or mouse brave enough to confront the beast, the chimera, not the vampire, and bring back a bucket of saliva? That's a lot of fucking saliva. I have played Graveyard Keeper. I did play it. We did it a while back for Ken and Will's stream. It was fun. I didn't enjoy it from a stream perspective. I love the not the vampire. Very important. Important note, not the vampire. I didn't enjoy it from a stream perspective simply because the time of day thing really ended up getting to me quite a bit. Like I would have a goal and I would want to work towards it on stream, but I would want to make use of my time, and so I'd be going through each of the days, and then you would accomplish the goal and you would get a new quest, and then it would just be like, ah yes, for this quest you need to talk to this person that appears yesterday. And now you have to wait another week for them to come around. It's like, no. So there's some undead stuff. We could also make quirky vampire is looking for his cape. He seems a bit confused. Wanted to go for a stroll in the sun. Last saw it on his wedding day. Okay. And at the foot of Witch's Wrath Peak resides Count Evelyn, the vampiric temptress of men. Be wary. Hey there, Evelyn! On a mild summer morning. Wait, let's see if I can movie voice this. On a mild summer morning, a senile vampire came to look for his cape of invisibility at the Wayfarer's Inn. After steady questioning, the innkeeper uncovered that he lost his cape at his wedding, where his ex-wife, Countess Evelyn, stole it from him. She resides at the foot of Witch's Wrath Peak. Venture to the peak, dare to retrieve the long-lost cape, but beware, she might be invisible. It's mission time! Ba, 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 ba. I'd have a fun mission, invisible vampires. Okay, we fed Andu, we swept up a little bit, and we turned out the lights. All right, 59th of the Wake. What a weird, you know, considering how short our months are, waking up and just being like, what day is it today? You boy, what day is it? Why, it's the 59th of the Wake. It's just one of those things where, yeah, why not the 69th of the Wake? Well, that's clearly tomorrow. Like, it's just such a nonsensical time frame that I love it. All right, there's Warbles up there having fun. I decided on crow named Warbles, named after my D&D crow that I had. For, well, not D&D, for when we did Bloodwine streams. For when we played tabletop streams. And I had a crow named Warbles. There's Warbles. It's a good name, yes. I decided on it because the character that I was playing was blind. And so they named it after the sound that they heard it make. And it would make warbles all the time. I loved that character, and I love that fucking crow. I still have... Yeah. I still have the puppet. I purchased a little finger puppet of a crow. And I was really upset because it didn't show up on stream at all. The camera, like, it's a black crow, right? So it didn't show up on camera in any level of detail. I was just holding a black ball on my finger. And I was really upset about that because I loved that, and it was my first time really buying props. Although it wasn't fully the first time buying props. I bought a magnifying glass for one of our characters who was a detective. Oh, my shipments of infusions finally arrived this morning. I now have access to fey crystals and frozen pine cones. Boy, did you know that you had crystals? Apparently, it's something you've had access to. Together with Fable's Phoenix Chill, I have 3 infusions now. Stop taking your crystals. Never. They're mine. They're mine now. I bought them fair and square from some goblin that stole them from you. But you know, I bought them fair and square. I'll unpack them later when I have some time. I have a feeling they'll be of use soon. Ah, diplomacy is key. Hexy stole them. Yes, it was Hexy all along. They're back. Wolf Mom is back. And also Fable. Fable's back alive from slaying a werewolf. So, innkeep, A drink for me and this lanky pal. Let's go! We get a ship going as well. It's good to see you too, Lynn. She meant to say please. Welcome back, Fable. You look alive. Thank you. I am. Well, that seems like a given. I'm just happy to see them doing well. And with a friend. We ain't friends. We're not? So you two didn't form a party? It's not a given. They could be undead. It's entirely possible. We've already had one undead patron, and maybe another if that rogue is dead. We don't actually know. We don't actually know. Yeah, not friends? What the fuck? No. Oh. Then, what's the drink about? They may be very annoying, but they did just help me solve a family feud of 10 years. So, I do owe them some of your dishwater at the very least. A family feud? I wouldn't call it a feud, more of a miscommunication. No, it was a feud. I decided on it. Yum, shots of dishwater. Okay, dishwater v hot dog water. What would you rather do a shot of? I feel like one is way more dangerous of you to do a shot. Yeah, hot dog water unless I have more information about the dishes. I've been more concerned about the soap. Like, for the most part, my dishes are fairly clean and I do them often enough that it's like fine. It wouldn't be bad. The soap though. I don't know how I feel about just straight up swallowing soap. I feel like, you know, feud implies a certain level of hostility. I was going to kill him. I thought that was a joke. It wasn't. Oh. But, no one died? No. Elfie here was able to prevent that. It's Fable. Whatever. I can change her. Yeah, it's a much less fun version of Family Feud, but probably a much more fun version of Maury. Does this perchance have something to do with your quest? It does. I stopped her from killing the werewolf. Elaborate, please. I was going to kill the werewolf. They stopped me from killing the werewolf. What's not to get? A lot. A lot of that is very lost in translation here. I think they're confused because the quest was to save the villagers from the werewolf. And now it sounds like I saved the werewolf from you. Which I did. Kind of. I also remember you saying you didn't want the quest, Lynn. I didn't. Was there by chance. They were both stealing sheep. Was not. Sure was. Adventuring don't pay what it used to. So you steal other people's sheep? Mind your business. Quiet, for I have declared it. Oh, yes, mommy. So how did any of this lead to a successful quest? Well, where do I start? Yes, sir, mommy. Yes, yes, ma'am. For those about to be stepped on, we salute you. So how about at the beginning? Right, I was born on a half-crescent dreaming moon. Of the quest fable. Right. The quest. Traveling there was no trouble. I know enough shortcuts to travel through the Ashen Grove swiftly. I reached the borders of Tregarin. Yeah, we'll go with Tregarin. Right around dusk. The Ashen Grove thins around there, and you can catch a glimpse of the wide fields and vineyards, as well as see one farm after the other. An idyllic sight. Well, at least before sunset. You have trouble in the dark? Why does fantasy stuff have such hard to pronounce stuff? It's not that, like, the trouble is you don't know what language you're working with, and English is a horrible language. Because it is a bastardization of so many languages that you start to forget what the actual English pronunciation of words are. Because there are so many rules and then exceptions to the rules that it's impossible to remember them all and keep track of which ones are actually like proper English. So you'll end up throwing in different things where it's just like, oh, well, that's obviously a soft A. It's like, no, it's not a soft A, because it's meant to be pronounced like this word. It's meant to be pronounced like fairy, but all y'all go around pronouncing it fairy. And I love those little differences. Emotionally? Visually? A little. Need to hydrate a little bit there. I mean, I reckon I can still see more than a human could, but darkness is darkness, and I'm no owl. Well, that's just Fari. Oh, God. See, it's Fari because it's meant to be pronounced like Pharaoh. That's... I wanted to say Fayray. Fayray? P-H-A-Y-R-I-E. Fayray. God. Imagine the damage you could do if you could turn your head all the way around. Who says I can't? Just kidding. I can't. Yet. Anyway, luckily, darkness doesn't affect my hearing. Not the normal kind. But? Nothing. Okay. I heard a creaking fence and footsteps that were failing at keeping quiet. I can't hear you, it's too dark out. You'll have to speak up. I mean, that's essentially what the darkness spell in D&D kind of is. You know, darkness kind of falls on you, and it's so thick that it actually acts like fog, and you can't hear shit in a fog. Your ears are failing at being small. So I snuck closer and saw a werewolf-esque shape picking up a tiny sheep. I was petting it. Well, I thought she was gonna eat it, so I summoned up the courage and stepped out of the shadows, and I said, "Good evening, werewolf. Please put down the sheep." Lynn's ears aren't even that much smaller. Oh my god, you're right. You could definitely argue and say that based on like area, definitely more than Fables. You need to do like a proper calculation of your ears. I didn't expect them to be entirely in their right mind, of course, but I wanted to be polite. And I thought I might confuse her, and maybe that would help calm her down. It confused me, all right. Who the heck sees a werewolf and the first thing they do is greet them? A polite person. Or an insane one. It worked, didn't it? Because I ain't no werewolf. He wasn't that different. But I'm skipping ahead. To my surprise, instead of a growl, the werewolf, or not werewolf, responded with a what? So the confusion plan had worked, but I hadn't really expected that response. So I said again, "Please put down the sheep." And she asked why, and I said, "Well, because stealing sheep isn't very nice." And she asked who I was. No, I asked, "Who are you? A guard?" I was about to introduce myself when we heard this blood-curdling howl. It sounded like someone had ripped a hole into the fabric of reality and then pierced it with a horrid yell. Please, it was barely a bark. It made the blood freeze in my veins. I heard panting and heavy footsteps, and I barely dared to turn around. You turned around immediately. And when I did, I stared into the twisted face of a werewolf. Yellow gleaming eyes. Yeah, how come no one ever makes a scream that curdles any other bodily fluids? Like, there's definitely some screams out there that are like balls curdling in some way. Like, I know it's not directly, but no one wants to say semen curdling. like where's the depiction? Why not? Because it's not as fun as saying balls. Damn it! Everyone wants to say balls. Balls is the more fun. Like there are definitely those times where you could say like instead. Oh god, no, not Smeg curdling. No, this isn't Smegbot. All right, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. There are times in like movies and stuff like that, or in books, when a dude just gets kicked in the balls, and the reaction from everyone on the sidelines is like, "Oh!" But like, let's be real here. If ever there was going to be a description of a ball curdling like howl or scream, that's it. That's it. From now on and forever, it should be described as a ball curdling scream. Let it be known. Henceforth, I have declared. Ball curdling scream. Gleaming with jaundice. Sharp teeth and claws. You look like you wanted to eat me right up. I'm glad we finally figured this out. It needed to be figured out, goddammit. These are things that need to be known. He did. But before I could beg for mercy, suddenly something rushed past me and lunged at the werewolf. When I regained my composure, Carolyn and the wolf were on the ground, fighting tooth and nail. And the sheep you were holding? Obviously, I had set it down at this point. Oh, good. I'm glad the little sheep didn't come to harm. So you went to Fable's aid? No, that ain't it. I noticed the wolf's flannel rags. They were blue, checkered, and had an uneven print. Just like the kind of stuff Uncle Dragon likes to wear. That old shit. Hey! Why can't I say that? Sorry. I should go. There we go. What? I have a soundboard for it. I don't actually know if that sound actually comes through or not. Let me know if the muting actually, if the swear comes through, the bleep. It does? Perfect. All right. Then I don't need to adjust the volume of it. I assume I don't need to adjust the volume of it. Youth protection. The age rating system is quite harsh. Anyway, it was dressed like Uncle Dragon, smelled like Uncle Dragon, fought like him too. I was only joking when I brought it up before, you know. Haven't seen that old man in years. Was coping about it by joking. That's the only way I can talk about him these days. Because of the feud that you mentioned. Yes. He used to be my favorite uncle, and then he changed. Became irritable and angry, distant. Fought a lot like Uncle Feder. Cared more about the moon than he did his own family. Eventually, he just left. Ran away without a word. Left us and Uncle Feder behind, worried senseless. Until we found a letter saying not to look for him. And all their savings missing. I swore I was gonna kill him if ever I saw him again. Always thought he couldn't face up to his problems. Turns out his solution was just to get these problems as far away from everyone as possible. Idiot. Wow, what a penis. What? Did I say something penis worthy? Was the penis worthy? He took all their savings? No! I see what you are saying. I see what you are saying, and my brain hadn't parsed that he was just gotta being a penis. Yeah. my brain read it as, wow, what a penis. Which, as I say out loud, is all the more fun, honestly. Wow, wow, nice penis. So, did you talk it out with your fists? I tried, but Elfie stopped me. I'm glad they did. How do you figure that out? Well, she was yelling at him. I didn't understand half of it, but I could tell she was angry and hurt. I tried to get their attention by telling them to stop, but they wouldn't listen, so I shot an arrow next to both of their heads. My aim was a little shaky, so I did end up grazing Mr. Dragon's ear. Elfie, I think you mean secretly a nymphie. Exactly. But it got them to stop for long enough to start listening to me. I threatened them that if they didn't stop to talk, I'd shoot them both. I would have never done that, of course. But they must have believed me because they actually stopped to listen. Looked mighty scary there, little pal. Thank you. I think. I sat them down and did my best to be an insurmountable object between them. If they wanted to fight, they would have to go through me. Well, that sounds rather dangerous. Wouldn't have stopped for them. What? You're the size of a stick. You think you can stop 2 angry wolves? Oh, well. Anyway. I used the opportunity to figure out what was going on. And that's how I found out about Mr. Dragon and Carolyn and the miscommunication. The feud. The feud, sure. It turns out that after Mr. Dragon was turned, he was too ashamed to admit it. But he couldn't stop the changes and ended up hurting all the people he cared about. That's no excuse, of course. No, it ain't. If we had known we'd have helped him best we could. At the very least, would have built a sturdy shed with a scratch-proof walls for full moons. He didn't think that would have happened, though. So he decided to fix the problem by leaving, deal with it alone, and so on. But that only made it worse. Wait, so Mr. Dragon is a wolfman person, and at night he becomes a wolfman person? But like a feral wolfman person. Does he get like longer fur? I have so many questions. Of course, he was too embarrassed to come back, so he just focused on the whole werewolf thing and not any human things. Or the cock things, so to speak. Trying to find a cure, trying to avoid the move, trying to find a place to sleep, stealing sheep. That's something they have in common. The sheep? No, the stubbornness and the unwillingness to ask for help. But the sheep too. But they had to talk about it. The silent resentment wasn't good for either of them. And you got them to do that? The little stick is oddly persuasive. Had us talking about it before I even realized I didn't want to. Maybe because you did want to. Maybe. Or maybe it's because of the drugs I gave her. So how'd it go? Fine. We'll take some time to accept his apology. We'll have to see him. Yeah. We'll have to see him change first and apologize to Uncle Feder and the rest. But it was good to see him again. I guess a hug did feel better than a greatsword in his gut. Well, that's wonderful. Of course, there's still the whole problem of the werewolf thing. Idiot got so obsessed with a cure, he still can barely control himself. We helped him realize that even a cure couldn't change what he'd done. That he has to accept that he's different now and learn how to live again. Of course, it won't be easy. No change ever is. And I learned that from you. But we have a group of werewolves living near our settlement. What could go wrong? A small community that enjoys the company of our warm trees. And we play charades with them a lot, and they taught me about the phases of the 7 moons and the secret of the moon signs. Well, that sounds like a bunch of... It's real. You're a crescent moose. We introduced Mr. Dragon to them, and they promised they would take him in and help him deal with his lycanthropy. Well, that sounds great. It is. It's a happy ending. I wouldn't call it an ending, rather the beginning of something new. So, the end of one adventure is the beginning of another one? Exactly. I like that. So, after your heroic therapy session, you two decided to grab a drink together? Is that what's going on here? Got offered to spend the day at the settlement, but they don't serve anything strong enough for my tastes. Plus, Elfie was dying to get back here. Was talking about how they'd update you on everything non-stop. Would think they live here or something. I had to report back about the quest. I'm glad you did. They also started crafting something with the werewolves. Said something about it being for you, innkeeper. Oh, really? Sorry. Sorry. Yeah, it inhaled a little bit of helium. Oh, really? Yeah. It's not finished yet, but I'll let you know, I promise. That wasn't hard, was it? Well... So, drink. What can I offer you, Lynn? Surprise me with something that fits my brawn. By which I mean the usual. Strength never gets old. Alright. We're drinking. They want sword. Southern Brawler it is. You can go, buddy. Be nice and strong, Andu. And we'll just fill this up. It's like it's such a small integration that they've made. But like, it's so nice. I love it. Surprise! Not bad. You should do this professionally. I'll think about it. Yeah, the little details matter. So, Fable, what about you? Do you have something that'll calm me down? Maybe, even bring some of my agility back? Like a swift strike. Back to my senses. Had a stressful day. Night. Morning. Sequence of events. Day, night, everything. You want a swift strike? I can do that. Here we go. Little swift strike for you. Pouring it up high. There we go. A little bit of this. And a little bit of this. There we go. Here you go, buddy. Gotta have that riz, don't you there, Andu? Here you go. Oh, thank you. Wow, this is perfect. You look tired. Have you considered sleep? They do look like they're going to pass out any second. So do you. Maybe sleep is a good idea. Carolyn, do you have a place to sleep? I can sleep anywhere. It's a talent. I'm talented at many things, including making you feel inadequate sexually. It's depressing. I have a room available. You can stay there. Huh. Sounds good. How much? I'll count it as payment for your help with the quest. Fine. Later, Elfie. See you later. Oh. And she's gone. Just like that. Sure. So are you gonna head home, Fable? Yes. I've been gone for a whole day. Need to get back and make sure everything is still growing correctly. Maybe take a nap first. Yes, that too. Did you enjoy your first quest? I did. It was scary and different from what I expected. And I didn't know I was so good at pretending to be charming. There we go. All right. We have our choice. So, have you considered that you weren't pretending? And yes, very good job. Maybe you should order that drink more often. I also agree. I like have you considered that you weren't pretending? Huh. You did well, Fable. Thank you. I hope that wasn't my only adventure. I think this is just the beginning. That'd be nice. Do you think I'm gonna be able to save the world one day? Oh, that's a very tall order. Oh, you're right. I'm not cut out for that. I didn't say that. I would just prefer it if the world didn't end. Right. But if it does, you're the first person I'd ask for help. Maybe you should ask Carolyn first. I'd happy to be second. Well, we'll see. Let's hope we won't. I like this world, and you have a point. We shouldn't hope for such a calamity. Even if it would make for a good song. Or a sad one. Or both. I'm gonna head home now. Do that. I'll stock up on quests for you. I can't wait. See you soon. See you soon. And they're gone. Just like that. Rogue is back. Cariz Rogue. They have their hood down this time. I like the little thing they're doing with their hair. We have an ad break. So when we come back, we are going to continue talking to this person and perhaps also learn their name. So I will feed you the ads like I feed Andu. See y'all soon. We're back. What? Wait, is that making a sound? Hang on, hang on, hang on. Nope, wait. That should be gone. There we go. Okay. I was very confused because I have the same music source playing in this, and it's like frozen on audio, and I'm worried it's just projecting like into the world. I don't want it to be projecting into the world. Sounds fine to you? Excellent, excellent. I'm paranoid after I streamed while muted. I'm just super paranoid about it. All right, let's have some fun with our friends here. Good evening to you too, sir. Quest taken, alright.
This quest, it wasn't here yesterday.
Well, that is correct.
It seems dangerous
It is.
and mysterious,
Sure.
like me.
You could be a little less mysterious by telling me your name.
Zephyr.
Did the wind carry you in?
No, my legs. I want that quest.
Well, you can have it.
Not just literally, physically, emotionally.
Emotionally?
I want to take on that quest. Go to the castle to get the cape. I mean, yes.
Uh-huh. Well, no one has gone to the castle yet, so if someone would like to go, they would be welcome. Oh. Apparently you got aroused by that. Apparently they were just like, boop, aroused.
So you know of the castle?
Hey, yo. Oh, you thought this was a scarf? No. Yeah. Just massive. This is all covering. Yes.
It seems strange.
It is. A vampire lives there.
I've heard rumors, whisperings.
What a penis. Wow. What a penis.
Whisperings of a strange, fiendish woman residing there.
Oh, what a coincidence. Me too.
Has she ever frequented your tavern?
No, not recently.
But she has.
Once had a vampire mixer. Oh no. Gone flaccid.
Interesting. So she was only here at night.
Yes.
Would you say she was unnaturally pale?
No. She had a lot of makeup on account of her being a vampire. Yeah. No, she was no more pale than you are.
But below that mask,
Sure, yes. Would guess she looks pretty dead below that. Oh! Mention of dead. Right? Standing tall again.
what kind of drink did she order?
Blood.
Interesting. You sell blood?
Of course.
Whose blood?
Did you hear about the wolves avoiding the castle?
Really? All of them?
Yes. She has a lot of werewolf traps set up, but all animals seem to steer clear of Marrow Castle. They say its doors are always locked, so nothing can go inside or leave. I feel like this is like ruining, like, it's setting up the cliche line and then ruining it. And anything that tries to, well, merges into her land in one way or another. It has a grave, a pile of decorative bones, dirt feeding the rotting flowers. They say death clings to her doorstep like an everlasting melody.
Sounds like a strange place. Like a tomb for something still alive. Or for a goth. Goth or vampire. She seems to be a thief.
That would appear so, yes. Do you not sympathize with that?
Thievery is an honorable skill, but it must be performed in secret.
Oh, hello.
Or you're not worth the coins in your pocket. Also, stealing a man's cape is just plain rude.
I suppose so. Only thing worse than that is stealing a man's hat.
Not if it's cursed.
Well, especially then.
Point is, if you can't defend yourself from having your trophies reclaimed, you must live with the consequences.
The consequences being you.
Exactly.
Well, that definitely sounds like you know what you're doing.
Of course I do. I'm one with the shadows and the wind. Gone before they've even noticed I'm there.
So you could easily swipe something along with the cape, right?
Certainly. Gold, gemstones, other treasures, whatever pays the bills.
What about some interior decorations?
Like what, for example?
Just something to pretty up my tavern a little bit. Maybe something useful that also doubles as a decoration.
Like a chair?
Well, stealing a whole chair sounds a little bit too ambitious for your first quest with me. I'd prefer something smaller, like a little trinket. My walls are still a bit empty. Warbles over there doesn't have anything to peck at.
Wait, you're being serious?
Absolutely. A memento that once belonged to an eccentric vampire sounds like a wonderful addition to the tavern.
I'll see what I can do. You won't be disappointed.
Well then, I trust you to deliver yourself to her doorstep and the cake back to me. With a little extra, I hope. Along with a... Yes! Along with a neat little addition to my interior.
Sounds like I'll need a few stamps.
Would you like some?
No, too traceable.
How about a drink then?
I could do with one of those. I heard your drinks inspire transformations of great magnitude. Allow me to dip into parts of your... Allow you to dip into parts of yourself that weren't previously aware of. Raise yourself up from your shadow. Say, what do you trade for them?
A trinket. Ooh. Oh, this is good. We could find out more about Zephyr, or we could poke fun at Zephyr. Because we know Zephyr does not know any jokes. They've been using they pronouns this entire time. Is that well true? Yeah, Zephyr. Zephyr, he, they. All right, perfect. And also Arcana, the moon. We haven't gotten the moon yet. They're from Themis. And I'm unsurprised that they are a rogue. 1, perfect. I like that the class is just vampire. They just are vampire. The moon is the card of illusion and deception, and therefore often suggests a time when something is not as it appears to be. Perhaps a misunderstanding on your part, or a truth you cannot admit to yourself. That's possibly applicable to them. They have a truth they can't admit to themselves. And also the illusion and deception bit. That's kind of cool.
Secrets. I have many.
Grant me one.
I shall. I know this may come as a shock to you, but I was here for just yesterday. You may not remember because you barely noticed me in the shadows. I was so stealthy. I spent hours just watching you from afar.
That is definitely a secret.
You cleaned a lot of glasses, served everyone with a smile. You looked so worried after the adorable green one left. Like you thought they might trip straight into a monster's maw. And you're swift with your hands and fast with the knife.
All right, enough secrets. You may have one of my renowned drinks. That's a little bit creepy. And some of my renowned infusions. In fact, I got a fresh shipment today. Finally able to unpack them.
Infusions? Intriguing. What foul magics do you have to offer?
Oh. Nice. Well, for your purposes, I think you could benefit from either fey crystals or from a frozen pine cone. Now, of course, the frozen pine cone has to be taken rectally, just so you are aware. In order to absorb some of nature's icy properties. After all, that can help you form a magical frost barrier that will hurt those trying to harm you. The fey crystals, on the other hand, you can eat those, but they're most effective if you shove them up your nose. Poi, no! No! No, Poi! No! The pooper was bad enough! The pooper was bad enough! That was balls curdling. Ah! Ah. So the fake crystals, right? Back on track. Sorry, I was still thinking of the pine cones for a little bit. Well, so long as the character was told to stop, that's good. Doesn't have the dimensions for that. The fake crystals, they're from Avalon. Sorry, I'm still thinking about the pine cones. They're all I think of. If consumed, they'll turn you invisible. Eventually. For a bit. The duration is a little bit unpredictable. I also got some phoenix shells, but I don't think those are very useful for your situation.
Interesting.
So, what dark depths of yourself are you looking to explore?
I fear that Lady Evelyn may be of the undead nature. So I must be strong and vigorous if I want my stake in her heart before her fangs are in my neck. Though, That does sound appealing.
Well, strength I can do. And some frost armor should help with the fangs.
Perhaps the smarter route would be to evade her wrath entirely. To out-stealth her and steal the cape right from under her pale nose, so that she may lie in the shame of having lost against me. I think such an approach would require a certain amount of dexterity, and some invisibility could help with staying unseen should my speed and agility not be enough. Help me with the decision, Innkeep. Your wisdom is no secret, is it?
Well, now that I have access to infusions, I have to be careful on how they interact with the other ingredients. Oh, there they are. Frozen pine cones and the phoenix chilies. Okay. Yes, we're infusing. They may alter drinks in ways where I have to use different ingredients than usual. I should make sure to keep an eye on the coaster shape so that I mix the correct recipe. Maybe I should even try adding an infusion first in just in the drink from there. Let's give it a try. All right. So what do we want to give them? Aha. All right. I was about to say it makes more sense to start with the infusions. That does track, yes. All right, so we have, are we going the stealth or combat route? I kind of like, what are the two options again? Okay, so option 2 is the person is invisible and super dexterous and all that other stuff. And option 1 is they are strong and a frost armor on top of their already fairly dexterous skills. Like, from the sounds of it, it seemed like the person wanted something they wouldn't normally have, which leads me to believe that strength might be the option, but I do like the idea of him just going full stealth. Oh, it even off the Frosted Lagoon even offers UV protection. Look at that. So it's kind of hard to choose which one would be the correct option in this case. Now you're not sure? Did I talk you out of stealth? Oh no. Like, I think the stealth is still a good option, and honestly, if I had to go with my gut reaction, it's what I would choose. But part of me also wonders if I can, like, if we go the stealth invisibility route, does this person become more reclusive in their nature? And if they go the more combat heavy route, do they then start coming out of their shell per se? I'm curious. All right, we're going with 1. So let's get some sword and frost infusion. I'm gonna draw the Southern Brawler recipe. And I believe we're gonna add a frosted pine cone to that as well. Do something like that. Something like that. And now we have the Southern Brawler. But we don't have any other drinks. Let's see. Okay. Game that makes chat decider great. When you're not in chat. It's kind of weird. I'm really good at making decisions sometimes. That's kind of how I've been able to fake it till I make it in my profession. Can I feed infusions to him? Wait. Oh no. There we go. Okay, you can only have one infusion, so it deleted the thing. So here you go. There you go. But it is always funny whenever I have to interact with people who are really bad at making decisions, because by the time I've read the decisions out, I've already made a decision. I've already been like, yep, that's the way to go. And it might not be the best, but it is the decision that I have come with in that moment. And I'm totally willing to like discuss decisions and things like that. But yeah, it's just funny sometimes. Okay. My partner was playing Dredge yesterday, actually. But it's just really funny that you mention when someone goes, "Are you sure?" My partner was playing Dredge the other day, and the finale of that game, it gives you a, hey, this is point of no return. Nothing is going to be saved, but like, you know, are you sure you want to keep going, because this is sort of like a point of no return. And my partner is just like, I guess I'll go and do everything else I wanted to do. So she goes and like catches another crab that gives her paint the option that she wanted, and then she's like, okay, I'm ready to go. And she goes there, she sees the "Are you sure?" screen, and she just goes, yes. And then it pops up again, being like, "Are you sure you're sure?" And she's like, come on! It took me forever just to decide this one. So now they're having a separate panic attack about the fact that it popped up again. I was enjoying it so much. Yeah, you could really feel their pain. The only time I've ever felt that level of pain was playing Forspoken, which had a very weird mechanic, and I may have just been misunderstanding it. But basically, you like leave town to go out and explore the world, and I wanted to continue the main quest because I wanted to, you know, sometimes features and stuff like that are locked behind main story questing and stuff like that. So I wanted to just continue a little bit before I go exploring around the world. But then you get back to you go to head back to town, and it's just like, hey, if you do this, you'll be cut off from quests, maybe. So are you sure you want to do that? I'm like, I don't fucking know. What quests are out here? Where are they? I don't know anything. Can I get to them? Can I feasibly unlock them? Like what's going on here? And yeah, I put that game down really quick. I put that game down really fucking quick. Anyway, here you go. Drink that. All vampires fear.
Liquid Sunrise?
Not quite, but that's a good name. May I steal it?
You don't have to ask for permission before you steal something and keep. Then it's no longer a clever ruse, but a mere trade.
I see. Did you hear about my new drink? The Liquid Sunrise?
Good one. It tastes like sun, a cold sun. I shall strike her down as such.
The sun?
Evelyn.
Ah, that makes more sense.
Goodbye, Innkeep.
Oh, it's flaccid again. He doesn't want to leave me.
I would say pray that the sun will carry me back to you. But my hopes don't lie in the realm keepers, and I shall be damned if they control my fate. Expect to see me again after the next sunfall. If you do not, speak of vengeance.
Uh, vengeance makes for an early grave.
Or for a good story. Farewell.
You got a little bit more about Zephyr. Zephyr is a difficult character, to say the least. They're so caught up in their own fantasies of an edgy rogue that they seem to be stuck talking, or brooding, like one too. He likes all things dangerous and mysterious, or at least he pretends he does.
Farewell.
Bye. Or for a bitter end. Oh, hello. Welcome back. I'm taking this quest and a drink. Oh, great. Did you sleep well? What? Sleep. How was it? Ah, fine. Too long. Didn't sleep that much in ages. It sounds like you needed it. No, your beds are just too comfortable. It was hard to get up. I'll take that as a compliment, actually. I'll make sure to take your feedback into consideration. Would you like a drink as compensation? I think I already said that. Make me something strong that will wake me up and keep me up too. Okay. Alright. What are we gonna make for Lynn? Want something strong. More Southern Brawler, maybe? Definitely a big fan of Southern Brawler. If I do that, that does that. That's not nearly as fun. What if I do that? Does that? What about this? Oh! Interesting. That's like fiery stuff. The hot seller. Oh, we want her to be nice and hot, don't we? There we go. Also, a little splash for that. There we go. Now this is a spicy Southern Brawler. Something strong coming right up. That is strong. Just the right amount of it, too. Maybe I should call this drink the Carolyn. No, you shouldn't. Anyway, the quest. Yeah, the quest. I'm taking it. That's so you said. Awkward. I see it's my turn to make conversation. I miss Fable. Isn't it a bit too soon for another quest? You just returned. It has been a few hours since I've done anything but sleep, chat, and drink. I'm getting antsy. If I sit still for too long, it feels like my bones are disintegrating and I forget who I am. I think that's called boredom. It's torture. That too. Well, boring is not what I would call this quest in the slightest. Stealing from a chimera for vampire sunscreen couldn't get more reckless than that. It could be taken by Elfie along. It could be by taking Oh, I see. I see what they're saying. It could be by taking Elfie along. Fair point. Please don't. I won't. So, the saliva's for a vampire? Vampire sunscreen. Can't vampires get their
chimera grew themselves.
It's a wyvern chimera, and vampires and fire don't mix too well. Also, if everyone just did their own quest, the quest economy would be in shambles.
Suppose that'd be terrible for your business.
Indeed. Have you ever encountered a chimera before?
No, not a real one. Got me thinking, ain't it a kind of blasphemous to steal from a draconic guardian?
The Quaconomy is in shambles. We got people doing their own quests in this Quaconomy?
Nonsense. Balderdash, even.
It depends. Are you religious?
I guess not.
Then no.
Would it be if I was?
Don't think so. Chimeras steal riches all the time. They were created by the Guardians, but they were created to be the Guardians by the protectors of the realm. Sorry. My knowledge of lore is a little bit jumbled sometimes. So, stealing something to protect someone else seems in line with the doctrine.
Good thing you ain't a priest. You'd do a piss poor job.
Why, thank you. I have several disagreements with organized religion. Now, is blasphemy what you're most worried about?
I ain't worried.
Okay. Nervous?
I ain't that either.
Then what is it?
Excitement, I suppose.
Excitement?
Don't laugh.
I'm not laughing. I'm asking.
Ah. Yes, excitement. I've never encountered a guardian before. And I've always sort of wanted to.
Why haven't you?
Ain't exactly easy to find one, or to survive one.
This seems like a great opportunity for you then.
It is.
What about Guardians? Sorry, what's it about Guardians? Why do you like them so much?
It's less about guardians and more about what created it. And maybe a little about the chimera. It's a dragon head, right?
Yes, modeled after its creator, I would guess. So let me rephrase that. What is it about dragons and chimeras with dragon heads?
They're cool.
Okay, I was not. They are in fact cool. I was not expecting that as an honest answer from you.
Also, when I was little, my Baba used to tell me bedtime stories about the dragons every night. She was a great adventurer and encountered many of their creatures on her journeys. Not sure if that's true, but she always claimed she met each of the realm keepers themselves. Had a little keepsake from them and all. My sword's one of those. Passed it on to me right before she
Passed.
left. One day she was gone, thinking she wanted to spend her last moments somewhere else. Like to think she'd visited one of her dragons one last time. Okay. Relic of the Realm Keepers.
Your family has a leaving problem.
At least she left our savings alone. That sword and her stories are all I have left of her.
going on this quest. It feels almost like I'm stepping into a memory of hers. So, did she ever tell you about a Wyvern Chimera? No. Was the only one she never encountered. Had quarrels with those feline ones. Different varieties of scales, even a cow one, I think. Never found a wyvern one in all her years. Would have been nice to be able to tell her a story when I return. If I return. I'm sure you will. You can tell the story to me. I don't know if I make for a good baba, but I do enjoy a good tale. Well, think about it. You already got me talking too much. This is you talking too much? So, you like dragons? This is a major decision. Do we like dragons? Do we? What level of dragons do we enjoy? Are we anti-dragon? Are we one? Are you sure? now I'm gonna make you. Now I'm gonna hit you with the "Are you sure?" every single time. What? Can I make like a? Yes, you're sure. Okay. Well, we have double dragons. We have multiple people saying dragons. You like dragons, Thurgar? That's good. I'm glad you like dragons. Like, are we anti-dragons? Are we just kind of like on the story of knowing they exist and some basic information about them, like most people are with birds? Or are we like interesting factoid levels about each of the dragons? Or are we like full on like, oh no, this is my personality. Dragons are my personality. And even the level beyond that, do you have a dragon in a jar? Should we be concerned that you have a dragon in a jar? They're fascinating creatures. Very interesting, very magical. Oh god, not a jar emote. No. I especially like it because it just drops a bunch of jars on my head. They're fascinating and magical. Used to pretend I was one when I was little. Really wanted their magic and their wings. You can just ask them for their magic. Not so sure about their wings. I ain't a priest either. Besides, I'm a warrior. Don't do all that magic. Why not? I like my sword and my muscles. They're a good combo. And I don't need to rely on anyone, not even dragons. You know, a little help never hurt anybody. A little self-reliance don't either. Is the thunder sound also on the soundboard? No, it is not on the soundboard. What do I have on the soundboard? Hang on. I'm gonna take a dangerous route and push the buttons on my soundboard. I don't know what they actually are. You're a shot, motherfucker, and nobody likes you. Wow, that was loud. that was loud. My buddy wanted that for a Discord intro. Hang on. Do I have other ones? What do I have on here? Hang on. I'm gonna lower. How do I lower the soundboard for this? It was louder than bleep. That was definitely louder than the bleep. Let me see. If I lower this.
Bitch.
There we go. That was my buddy. My buddy wanted a very clean take of him saying bitch. A lot of my soundboard clips are audio cues that my friends wanted for Discord soundboards. And I've been clearing them out. I don't think I need either. I might keep the bitch. I'm gonna keep the bitch. We're keeping the bitch. That's really it. If you say so. So does that mean you don't want a drink to pep you up there, Lynn? Didn't say that. I see. That doesn't count as help. It's prepayment for me taking on your quest. Sure. Well, you'll be happy to hear that I have some incredible infusions to offer you that would greatly help with your quest. Nah, that sounds unnecessarily complicated. Let's keep it simple. Alright, what can I get you then? I reckon a little bit more of a boost for this body couldn't hurt. Boost her body! Boost it! Brooklyn Nine-Nine, love it. Love Brooklyn Nine-Nine, so good. Heard they're quick and toothy, so I'll need to be too hardy for its bite. Some defense might come in handy. Or something for the brain. Baba talked quite a lot about how much they enjoyed a good ruse. Maybe I can outsmart it with the right play. And I need some intelligence for that. Won't be risking it all on a bad idea. And you're sure you don't want any infusions? Just a little bit of Phoenix Shield will give you fire resistance. Could be very useful in a fight. Dragons, you're stubborn. Sure, I'll try one. And on the topic of trickery. No, one is enough. Either you mix defense with your weird chilies, or you go heavy on the intelligence. Don't need any more of your fancy tricks. I don't care which one you pick. That's your job. Figure it out. Okay. There we go. Alright, brain or brawn? 'Tis the question. Let's see, what would we be making otherwise? So we'd be making probably a frosted lagoon. Or a sparkling nebula, maybe? You wanted two? You wanted to? Okay, I'll count it as two. I'm still looking at our options here. Yeah, okay, we got the sparkling nebula there, which seems definitely doable for a drink. You said brain or brawn? Oh, I confused the order. I'm sorry. I apologize. I apologize. Okay, well let's do a sparkling nebula in that case. That flash, but we're doing a sparkling nebula. Can't believe this. What kind of streamer am I? Alright, let's add a little bit of this. Yeah, a little bit of time juice here. There we go. A little bit of charm in there too. 2 dollops of charm. Man, that is hard focus on stats. So sparkly. Here you go, bud. You want a little? Thank you. I got an achievement, by the way. I don't know what that achievement was for. Hang on. What is it? Yo. Wait, where is it? It just says so sparkly, right? There we go. Anyway. Sparkling nebula. Well, figured it out. Thanks. Hope you seasoned it with some trickery. It feels weird, like my brain is sparkling. No refunds. Just letting you know. How urgent is the sunscreen? Pretty urgent. The sun tends to not take a break, even for vampires. Maybe he should sunbathe less then. That might solve his problem. It is a very pretty drink. It might. I just realized it's almost 9. Shit. But when has an easy solution ever been fun? Good point. I'll see what I can do. Maybe they've got some mice in that mangrove. Well, good luck. Won't be needing it. I'll be waiting to hear of your exploits upon your return. Farewell, Care. Lynn. And we feed our little buddy Andu. We sweep up. And we blow out the candles. All right. It's the 60th of the wake. You can start the day. Oh. Oh my. We have a new friend. But that's going to have to wait for next time. Because we're going to be switching things over. I assume my friends are good to go. I assume that they are good to go. I have not spoken to them though. There's apparently a new patch for Hammerwatch. Cliffhanger! Who is new friendo? Who is new friend? Yeah, let's see here. What's going on? And Burb, yes. Oh, and also for Burb Friend. I forgot about Burb Friend. Okay. You can definitely say hello to Burb Friend. Let me pop up and see how the rest of the group are doing.
Yeah, they were just.
How's it going?
Nope.
Are you guys ready to hammer some watches?
Yes.
All right, perfect.
I could tweak a watch.
Okay. All right, perfect.